Can you train your hamstrings effectively without any weights? Stick around to find out. Hey, it's Oscar von Go Primate here, and in this bodyweight hamstring series, we're gonna go through the 5 most effective bodyweight hamstring exercises. Now, in part 1 of this series, we're gonna quickly run through all the 5 different bodyweight hamstring exercises. So if all you wanna do is to find out what the 5 exercises are and move on with your life, then this video has got you covered. So let's jump straight into it. Now, the first one is going to be ring hamstring curls. So for this, you're going to be needing a pair of gymnastic rings and somewhere to hang them, and that is all you need to get started with this one. So it is a hamstring curl on rings. It's a very effective exercise for the hamstrings, and the beautiful thing with this is that you don't need to worry about this exercise becoming too easy. In fact, it might be too hard for most people, but there are of course always ways to adjust the difficulty to suit your current level. The next one is going to be hyperextensions. Now, I actually think this is one of the best bodyweight hamstring exercises because it is a hip hinge exercise and the hamstrings are responsible for knee flexion and hip extension. And if you will only choose one type of hamstring movement, I recommend it to be a hip extension movement, and the hyperextension is a great example of that. Now, the drawback with this is that you always need a hyperextension machine, and that might be a big obstacle for most people. So that is why this has a big minus to it. But if everybody would have a hyperextension machine, then I would definitely recommend hyperextensions because it is a really phenomenal hamstring, glute and lower back exercise. And hey, if you get some value from this video, then why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel right there for more similar videos in the future. The next one I call inverted ring hyperextensions. That's a long word once again, but what I love about this is that it is accessible for most people because all you need is a pair of gymnastic rings, somewhere to hang them obviously, and a chair or something else that's going to elevate your feet from the ground. Now, it is a very effective hip hinge exercise and it's available for most people like I just mentioned, and that is why I am a big fan of this one. Now, the con that this has is that your grip is going to be a limiting factor, so for that reason I would recommend that you will use straps. So just use straps so that your grip won't be the limiting factor and instead you can focus on the hamstrings and the glutes. The next one is going to be reverse hyperextensions. Now, this is a great exercise for the lower back, glutes and hamstrings, and you can also adjust the difficulty here by using a band or adding maybe some weight even though this was a bodyweight only version. But the issue I have with this one is that it's hard to find a location where you can do this with your legs straight, which is also the more effective version of this. But you can very well do this with your knees bent on a chair or something similar, but I will always recommend that you will find a way to do this with your legs straight if that's possible for you. And that's once again a reason why I'm such a big fan of inverted ring hyperextensions, because it's an effective exercise and it's available for most people. Exercise number 5 is going to be Nordic curls and the different Nordic Culrs-Variations. So this is a very legendary and well-known exercise, often used by athletes. Now, you can use different variations of this one. The most common one is the eccentric one. You can also use a concentric one, or you can do my favorite one, which is you hold on to a stick and you kind of assist with your upper body in order to pull yourself up from the ground. So you're going to use as much of your hamstring as possible, but it's a very hard movement, and that's where you assist the rest of the exercise with your upper body. I'll throw in the same category here, bent hip Nordic curls, which is basically a Nordic curl but just with your hips bent. A great exercise in my opinion. And another one in the same category will be Nordic hip thrusts. So very similar to the bent hip Nordic curls, but just a faster movement, and in here you focus on actively pushing hips back and forward. And there's a more detailed video on Nordic curls and different variations you can have a look at right here. Now, those were the 5 most effective bodyweight hamstring exercises, just really quickly ran through. Now, if you want to see more detailed breakdowns of all of these 5 different bodyweight hamstring exercises, then please feel free to continue on with the series where we're going to go through exactly what to focus on to make the most out of every single repetition from all of these 5 exercises. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And hey, if you like this video, then please leave the video a like, it's highly appreciated, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to build a warrior body with primal training. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.